campaign for the U.S. Senate in Wisconsin. Reporting in Charlotte at the Democratic National Convention, Mike Loeb, Fox 6 News.
Thank you, Mike. There are watch parties all over the country tonight.
Fox 6's Brandon Cruz joins us live from one on Milwaukee's east side. Brandon, good evening.
Good evening, Ted. Yes, tonight was a night that they watched the capping of the Democratic National Convention, and they came together in groups all across the country, and as you said, right here in southeastern Wisconsin. They celebrated the president accepting his nomination from the Democratic Party, and they also used this as a chance to get to work for his re-election.
You will face the clearest choice of any time in a generation.
I'm sure there will be tears. I get very emotional.
As President Obama spoke to close out the Democratic National Convention on Thursday night, volunteers to his campaign like Sarah Young,
Which issues are most important to you?
were busy trying to get support for his re-election.
The more volunteers we can get out, the more people we can reach.
Young was with more than a dozen other people at a watch party on Milwaukee's east side.
This was an opportunity to invite people, get to know them, and activate them to get them involved in the campaign.
To the group gathered in this apartment, this convention has made a positive impact on the undecided voters when it comes to voting for President Obama in November.
They clearly articulate what the platform is and what we stand for, and I think that will draw a contrast with the opposition.
However, Chris Maurer, a Republican activist in Waukesha County, doesn't see that kind of effect from this convention.
Well, the undecideds are clearly already breaking for Romney Ryan, and especially with the addition of Paul Ryan to the ticket. So the Democrats have a real battle on their hands in terms of trying to overcome the lead that already exists.
Now, only 2 months remain in the campaign, and Young convention is the perfect way to head into the final stretch.
I hope more people are talking about this and getting very excited about it and going out and volunteering and convincing everyone that they know to vote for Obama.
And that's the biggest key, these volunteers said, is to make sure the people that do support the president get out and vote on November 6th. They also want to pinpoint what's most important to these voters so they can focus on that as they move forward in the campaign. Reporting live in Milwaukee's east side, Brandon Cruz, Fox 6 News.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right, even though the conventions are now over, the election season really just beginning. So be sure to stay with Fox 6 for political coverage. And remember, you can find stories, pictures, and some of the speeches from both conventions on our website, fox6now.com.
New at 10, we are hearing for the first time from the daughter of Sunday's Reservoir Park murder victim. She was one of only a few to gather for a vigil tonight in remembrance of her mother. Our Chip Brewster shares her story with us.
Lift up the